Wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. Wake your ass up. Before I get into this, let me cover my ass. No Diddy, the thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show, no filter, are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good morning. Good freaking morning. Y'all, I'm up at the time. It's 4:30 a.m. What am I doing? Why am I up at 4:30 a.m.? About to talk about everything that's going on in the world. I thought I was done with Diddy, but itty bitty Diddy, this might just be his life of lawsuits. He got another nasty lawsuit. We're gonna get into that. Also, though, I gotta see what the hell going on with Tyler Perry. He's starting to have a lot of smoke, and they say where there's smoke, there's fire. And where there's fire, there's flow. And I'll be showing up, seeing what the fuck is going on. Also, I want to give you guys some updates on the floods in Texas. We'll get to that. I'll say that for the end. It's a tragic event, and we need to know what the hell going on. I'm still in Vegas. I leave today. So shout out to everybody who's been watching my social media as I've been bopping around and all over Vegas. I've been getting lost, all type of shit. But y'all, I don't know what the hell going on, but I know it's 4:30 a.m. and this the time my great grandma used to wake up. No, she used to probably wake up about 3:30 in the morning. About 4:30, she throwing on pancakes. And them pancakes were so good that even as a kid, you would get your ass up at 5 a.m. to eat them bad boys. They were big. They taste like butter. And she used to make about 50 of them every morning when we stayed over her house. But the trick was your ass had to be up at 5 a.m. If your ass wasn't up at 5 a.m. to get you no pancakes, if you was one of them, you woke up at about 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., your ass was getting a bowl of cereal. But I always been an early bird, so I used to get up and attack them pancakes like no tomorrow. Grandma used to say, Book, get up early. I like Book. Y'all know my nickname in my family is Book. So whenever I'm up at this time doing something this productive, I feel like Grandma Lil. So shout out to Grandma Lil, who was always an inspiration. She was a lady that worked. She was a housekeeper. She came from the slave days. So she worked from being a housekeeper and a maid for, let's just say, white people. And then she went on to buy her own properties. She had houses. She had her own. She bought her own houses. She went on to be a real estate, a little mini real estate mogul in Cleveland. And shout out to Grandma Leo, great woman. And she didn't take no shit. She was about 4'8". You know them 4'8", 4'9" grandmas never took no shit. Grandma Leo's about 4'9", and she would tear your ass up. So anyway, we got a lot to talk about today. Diddy nasty ass. Somebody said, "How you so good at what you do?" I had to I give a little nugget every now and then before we get into this shit. See, what I do differently than a lot of podcasters, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of social media people, they are too worried about bullshit. And what they suffer from that I don't suffer from is a thing called decision fatigue. See, if you want to be great, you got to study the greats. What people don't know about me is I studied the greats my whole life. And I don't care if I'm talking about the greats in singing, entertainment, acting, physics, classical music, because everybody has kind of things in common, no matter where you come from. So I even studied Einstein, and they say, and Einstein used to wear the same fucking outfit every day. Now, it was it was different outfits, but it was the same outfit. So he'd have like a closet full of 20 outfits. They all was the exact same. He'd be like, why the fuck do you wear the same clothes every day, the same outfit? Einstein tell him, because I don't want to use my brain power on trivial shit like what the fuck I'm wearing today. He said, when I open the closet, I already know what I'm grabbing and what I'm wearing, and I don't have to worry about it. So bring that to me. I come bare how I am, no shirt and a bandana every day when I come to this show. And what that allows me to do is, while they worried about getting cute, and they worried about what suit gonna match this and what shirt gonna match that and how they look this. While they worrying about that, I'm worried about what the fuck my job is. And that's to give y'all information, give it to you in an entertaining way, and give y'all the facts. That's all I focus on. I don't have to worry about what shirt I'm wearing. Do my shirt match my bandana? How I'm looking here? Because one thing I found out, y'all, when you the best at what you do, you always look good. When I first started, people used to be like, why you ain't got a shirt on? Why you ain't got this? Why you ain't got that? Now I got other people doing it. And I look good doing it. So, one of the secrets to success for me, this ain't for everybody, is I don't suffer from decision fatigue. Now, when I'm stepping out and I'm trying to look good and we doing some shit, you ain't never seen nobody look better. But if I'm just working, I'm not about to be wasting no time trying to figure out, do my shirt match my pants? I just want to come here and wipe the floor with the rest of the podcasters and the rest of the YouTubers and the rest of the social media people trying to compete with me, because you can't compete. Because while y'all trying to get cute, I'm worried about the facts. I was born cute. I came out the womb cute, butt naked as a baby with just hair. I don't need all that. So, I like to drop a little nugget, because people always ask me what's some of my secrets to my success. Y'all know every now and then I got to drop a nugget. But anyway, happy Taco Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. Get you some tacos. I hope I can make it back in time so we can celebrate our Taco Tuesday with the fam. This is the Flow Show, no filter, every day, 7:30 a.m. Who do we got in the building? Good morning, Angie. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, Rachel. Megan, what's up? Megan, I got to post that comment, Megan. If you're going to call me the amazing Flow, I got to post that comment. Good morning, Megan. I appreciate you calling me the amazing Flow. Corvette say, good morning, Flow Daddy. Good morning, Corvette. Rachel. Angela, Lily. Lily said it's the best community. Oh, for sure it's the best community. It's the best community. Everybody loves the hippie. And the hippies always had the best community. I am a 2025 hippie at heart. I wish I was born back in the day when they had Woodstock. I would have been running a fucking muck out there. For real. I would have been the king of it. What's up, C-Tuck? Good morning. Make sure y'all like the lives as y'all enter, please, and thank you. Yes, C-Tuck told y'all like the live as y'all come in, because if y'all don't like it, we're going to kick your ass out. No, I'm just playing. And Angie say, Flo loves us. Yes, I do. To be up at 4:30 a.m. to talk to you fuckers. Y'all know I love y'all. It's 4:39 a.m. Lily says I'm the best. I gotta play. I had to throw that comment up there. Lily, y'all know I gotta throw certain comments up there. When y'all giving me my flowers, y'all are far too kind. It ain't even 5 a.m. So yeah, y'all. It's I didn't even know it was Tuesday. It's so fucking early. I thought it was like Monday still. I'm like, damn, is this another Monday show? Angie say, you look good. Thank you, Angie. I woke up like this. I did though. I did wake up like this though. And Angie, this is how you be free. Yeah, flow is always flowing. It's so easy to do when you flow. But Melissa had tacos last night. You cheated. Tacos is for Tuesday, Melissa. Melissa done cheated. She done had time. I was born underwater. Hey, look at C Tuck said I was born underwater with $3.06. Yeah, I was definitely born underwater. Jennifer says, we love you, Flo. I love you more, Jennifer. Y'all treat me too good. All right, Kathy. So I'm on your time. Kathy says she gets up every day at 4:30 a.m. to listen to me. And I love it. I love it. Guess who's on time other than Flo on the go? Guess go, Tracy. This is a very lovable community, but I am about to get into some of what we about to talk about because we got some impatient people that be like, man, get into the story, man. I'll be like, man, I just be flowing, man. I just start when the flow tell me to flow. I don't come in this bitch all frazzled and on pins and needles trying to figure out when I'm gonna get into the story. I get into the story when it's time to get into the story. I don't know what to tell you. They call me Flow for a reason. You can't rush a flow. When you see water trickling down, you can't speed it up. Just let it trickle. It's going to find the path of least resistance, and it's always going to get to its destination. And if you stop it, it's going to go around you. And that's me. So nobody's ever been able to rush me ever in life. So I don't think it'll happen now, but that's one thing about me. Like, I can't be rushed. I don't know why. I just do stuff on my own time because I don't give a fuck. So I like to have fun with what I'm doing. Well said, Mr. Flo. Thank you, Lindsay. I don't know what happened to Jaguar Wright at all. I saw her like the beginning of the trial and she disappeared. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into a few other announcements of what the hell's going on. Diddy got I'm going to start with Diddy. I'm about sick of Diddy, but I'm going to start with Diddy. Diddy got another nasty lawsuit. That's what they say. Yes, you do, Flo. That's why we love you. Teflon Don, Teflon Flo. Yeah, I'm not the one. I'm very nice and cool, but you're not going to rush me. You can't rush perfection. That's the problem with these other podcasters and YouTubes. And y'all talk too fucking fast. Slow down. Slow down. Y'all try to talk a million words a second, and y'all done lost me already. So, anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all something straight out. I'm saying it today. Diddy is going to have another indictment. It's just too many lawsuits that are still coming out, and I just can't see all these lawsuits coming out and another indictment coming down the pipe. I'm telling y'all. I told y'all yesterday, Gene Deal said it, but like my family used to always say, where there's smoke, there is fire. And if Diddy gonna keep having lawsuits drop every day, you can't tell me the feds ain't picking through these lawsuits and trying to figure out a way to get his ass back in court. I'm telling y'all. Y'all know I'm the king of reading the tea leaves. And the fact that we keep getting all these lawsuits, it's like Diddy has so much dirt that there will be a new indictment. I'm telling y'all. I don't know exactly when, but all I know is thank you for the super chat. Tacos on Angie. I'm gonna do my dance. Hey, that's my super chat dance. It's all in the hands. Ain't nothing else really moving, but the hands make it look like there's a lot going on. That's the key. See, ain't nothing really going on. That's just my hands shaking. But thank you so much, Angie, for the $20 super chat. Everybody tell Angie thank you. I'm gonna get some good tacos. I'm gonna get me some good tacos. I don't know what kind yet. Probably some shrimp or something like that. Since I was gonna get regular tacos, but since Angie done sent me $20, I'm gonna throw some shrimp on them bad boys. Yep. I'm gonna throw some shrimp on them bad boys because I got $20. Now I'm going in the taco place like they're gonna be like, can I get you something? I'm gonna say, yeah, give me some shrimp, give me some tacos with some shrimp on it. Cause Angie sent me $20 a day on the super chat and give me the big shrimp. I'm feeling myself. I want the $20 tacos this week, not the $10 joints that I got last week. Thanks to Angie, I could get the $20 tacos with the shrimp and whatever else they got. Appreciate it. So I'm thinking back to Diddy. I'm thinking, y'all, it's gonna be another indictment. I don't give a shit. I could just tell. Hey, look, and speaking of you saying I got the whitest teeth, right? Y'all know that dentist, that famous dentist invited me to Beverly Hills, the one that got like millions of followers. And he said he gonna give me a free teeth whitening and teeth cleaning on the house. So these bitches about to be white as the driven snow. You know, it's always funny when somebody tell you that. I want to say, damn, what's wrong with my teeth? But he followed the show. He's a big fan of the show. He got millions of followers. He looked like he had fun at the dentist thing. I was like, I'm gonna have fun when I go there. So we going out there. Y'all girl Shauna coming out there with me. And we gonna go see what's up with the dentist. So you know I'm gonna document all that. It's gonna be content. So if you think these bitches is white now, wait till famous doctor, millions of followers get a hold of me. I'm gonna look like Alaska. Open my mouth and just look like an iceberg. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, listen to this new Diddy lawsuit coming to y'all from TM Sleazy. The title is Diddy Sued, and the person says he mastered this, to pleasure himself into a Biggie Smalls shirt, and then he threw it on the guy. I don't even know what Diddy is officially the nastiest person on earth. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I wouldn't drink after Diddy. I wouldn't eat. Wouldn't shake his hand. He's so nasty. I don't even know how you shake his hand at this point. You don't know where his hand been. I wouldn't even shake. Diddy nasty. I wouldn't even shake his hand. But anyway, let's get into it. It says Diddy pleasured himself into a shirt from Notorious B.I.G.'s wardrobe, ejaculated on a garment, and then threw it on another man's lap and arm, getting semen all over the guy, at least according to this new Mohawk Diddy nasty lawsuit. I'm telling y'all, he is going to get another. They're going to indict him again. I see it. It's too many lawsuits still coming in. They're about to bring new charges. Watch. And when it happens, make sure y'all tell everybody Flo told y'all before everybody else really told y'all. I need my flowers. The music mogul is being sued by a John Doe who alleges a bunch of sexually deviant dealings with Diddy over the years. In the lawsuit, obtained by TMZ, aka TM Sleazy, the guy claims around September 2020, he was in a listening session with Diddy for a Biggie Smalls project when he says Diddy pressured him into taking ketamine. You gotta tell Diddy no. He claims they went to a warehouse in Los Angeles where Biggie clothes were in storage and Diddy provided drugs to everyone who was present. He says folks were running around the warehouse tripping on drugs. The guy claims he ended up alone in a room with Diddy. You don't want to end up in no room alone with the Mohawk man. He says he started watching porn on a phone. He claims Diddy grabbed one of Biggie's shirts off of a rack and began masturbating in front of him. He says Diddy told him to finish Diddy off and claims Diddy busted into the shirt before he could react. What's more, the guy claims Diddy laughed and tossed this nasty garment onto his lapping arm, laughed again and said, "Rest in peace, Biggie," before leaving the room. In the suit, the man also alleges that way back in 2005, Diddy shoved his itty bitty Tootsie Roll in his face and told him to suck it. He's suing Diddy for sexual battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and more. He's going after Diddy for damages. We reached out to Diddy's camp, nothing so far. Y'all, Diddy be knowing who to choose. Because if Diddy did any of this to me, anything that was listed in that thing, I would have ripped Diddy to shreds. It'd have been itty bitty pieces of Diddy all over the place. There's no way in hell. I'll be like, what do these guys, if this is true, I'm just gonna assume if this is true, who are these guys that just sit back and let guys just do whatever? You know who these guys is? These are the Bennies and the Dickies and the little Mohawk Diddies of the world. They all tough in the comments, but in person, they let Diddy throw his nut rag all over. See, Diddy would know, just like when I saw Diddy's children, Quincy and all them in the cafeteria. I don't care what you might say when I ain't around, but I promise you, when you in my presence, you know I'm just a respectful guy that you don't want to fuck with. I ain't trying to bother you, and don't fucking leave me the fuck alone. Because I am not going to play with you. That is why I stay to myself. That's why I'm so respectful. And that's why I work hard to avoid conflict. Because if you get me started, I'm going to finish whatever the fuck I start. Let's just say that. And so I can't even imagine somebody throwing this is a crazy story. I just be wondering where these guys at that let people do this to them. Like, it's horrific, and we already know Diddy nasty, but aside from that, I just can't imagine no guy doing that to me, like, ever. Without the rest of the story would be Flo went crazy, and now Flo might have to do some time because he done choked Diddy out. I can't handle it. But with these nasty lawsuits continuing to come out, I'm telling y'all, another indictment is soon coming. The feds are probably digging in some shit right now as I speak. I'm telling you, the feds are digging into something right now as we speak. I'm telling you. Because it's just too many lawsuits. It's too much going on. They are going to come back, and they might not even come with RICO. They might come with just some regular ass charges to give them 10 or 15 or 20 more years. I just feel it. Like I said, I don't wish stuff on people. I just read tea leaves and tell y'all what I honestly feel. And with all these lawsuits coming out, with all these lawsuits coming out, y'all always laughing. With all these lawsuits coming out, I can't I can't see it not happening. I can't see it not happening. So I don't know, another nasty lawsuit. But y'all know what I'm gonna have to investigate? Yeah, they had no. Yeah, they got. I've been hearing a lot about the guns. I don't know if they can still charge them for that. I'm hearing some people saying they can. Some people saying they can't. I don't know. Um, but y'all know what I'm gonna have to investigate? The fucking cloud. Okay, y'all know how we got this crazy flood going on, and we're gonna get to Tyler Perry. But I got some. When I talk about this flood and stuff, y'all are y'all familiar with cloud seeding? If y'all are familiar with cloud seeding, put a one in the chat. If you are if you know what cloud seeding is, because there is something crazy going on, and it's suspected to have something to do with cloud seeding. Is why this flood is going on. So before I'm gonna talk about that at the end, but I just thought about it. I want to know if anybody. Okay, Kelly know about cloud seeding. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna get into it at the end because I'm about to go into this Tyler Perry thing. Okay, Anitra know about it too. Okay, so y'all know about it. Good. I'm gonna talk a little bit about it at the end of the show because it's some conspiracy shit going on with this flood. And y'all know I don't run with every conspiracy theory, but the ones that make sense, I'm gonna look into it. And yeah, they fucking with the weather. Yep. And they getting, I think they done got busted messing with the weather, and they done fucked up, and we got hundreds of people dead because of it. So I gotta look into it. We got hundreds of people dead because of it, and apparently they've been fucking with the weather, and they caused this flood. We're gonna talk about that at the end of this show. Right now, let me get into this Tyler Perry mess. Medea. Look, y'all already know some funniness been going on. Melissa said that hurricane sat over Texas for 18 hours. Yeah, we're gonna get into it, y'all. I just wanted to make sure that see how much explaining about cloud seeding I was gonna have to do before I got into it. But since a lot of y'all know about it, I'm gonna jump into it. But let's see, because I'm thinking Tyler Perry about to be the next person on the fucking hot seat. So I want to cover this story because of that. Um, Tyler Perry got some mess going on. So this was going on with Tyler Perry. It's been some crazy sexual abuse going on at Tyler Perry's studio. We already know Tyler Perry got the lawsuit of the dude talking about he was being harassed by Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry was trying to fuck on him. There's some that. This industry, guys, is nasty. I'm just so glad they know who to know not to come at me with that mess, because I don't even want to imagine what I would do. I don't play that, and I don't judge nobody. You can be straight, you can be, you know, you can like the same thing, because I don't know, they be tripping with the word if you say the word. So I don't know. Anybody know me? I don't judge anybody. I'm cool with everybody. It's some people that got an alternative lifestyle. I'm cool with them. I do whatever floats your boat. That's my motto is live and let live. So I don't judge people for who they like to have sex with and all that. That ain't none of my business. If you cool, you cool. But don't come at me with that shit. I got a lot of people who like different things that follow me and like me. And I don't have no problem with it. We can have like little banter and little witty jokes, but I don't like when no man call me handsome. I don't like when no man put no hard eyes on my picture. I don't like that. I don't judge nobody for what they do, because I've never been like that. Shoot, my mom always had different friends that did different things that were really great people, and my uncle, one of my uncles who bought me my first pair of walking shoes when I was a baby. He was into an alternative lifestyle. I love Uncle Doug. We all love Uncle Doug. So I'm the last one. I don't have no problem with nobody's choices. Don't project that shit on me though. I don't think that's right. I don't like that shit. And when you go that far, then I gotta leave you alone because then I'm thinking you might say something out of the way, and then you might bring out a part of flow that I don't like to bring out. So, but Tyler Perry is accused of forcing whatever he might want onto other people. I don't know if it's true yet. This is still a developing story, but we're starting to get multiple stories with Tyler Perry's name. So I got to dig and see what's up. Um, this is from Sandra Rose. I use her. She's been a blogger for a long time, covering a lot of stories. I'm talking about probably 30 years, 25 years. So it says Tyler Perry accused of ignoring reports of abuse at his studio. Tyler Perry is accused of turning a blind eye to reports of abuse at Tyler Perry's studio in Atlanta. Atlanta is a wild place, y'all. I had to get the hell out of there. Atlanta is a wild place. That's what made me go to Puerto Rico because my name started blowing up, and I was like, you know what? Let me get the fuck out of Atlanta. Too many wild things going on, and I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to end up body slamming nobody because they done said something stupid. So last month, the Oval cast member, Derek Dixon, as y'all all know, filed a $260 million sexual harassment lawsuit against Tyler Perry. But that ain't what we talking about right now. Now what we talking about is this guy named Braxton Wells. Have y'all heard about what the hell going on with Braxton Wells? Trigger warning, it's kind of nasty. But it ain't nastier than Diddy, so take it for what you want. Braxton Wells, who appeared in 2 episodes of The Oval in uncredited roles, has accused Tyler of ignoring reports of abuse by studio head Mark E. Swinton. So what we got going on allegedly is a culture that Tyler Perry is the head of where you get to do all this freaky shit to people and get away with it. Because if you ain't holding people accountable for it, you condoning it. And if you condoning it, you part of the problem, and you probably condoning it. You probably condoning it because you into that shit. So that seems like what we got going on here now. Swinton is 56 years old and currently serves as vice president of Tyler Perry Studios. It's not a good look if your vice president is trying to have horseplay with other men who not asking for that horseplay. And this is the president or vice president of Tyler Perry Studios. Not a good look, especially when you got a $260 million lawsuit already going on. Now, in a series of posts on Instagram, Wells claims he gave Derek Dixon evidence for his lawsuit against Tyler. He said Dixon refused to help him with his own case against Tyler. Wells filed a lawsuit against Tyler Perry, Mark Swinton, and Tyler Perry Studios, and that lawsuit was settled out of court in 2024. They kept that shit quiet. They kept that shit so quiet you could hear a cat piss on cotton. Because I didn't hear about this shit. And in 2024, I was all over every story. That's when I was my hungriest. So I don't know how they snuck this little freaky shit past me, but they did. Anyway, in another post, Wells quoted scripture before explaining that Swinton groomed and graped with an R. Groomed and graped him while he was under Swinton's influence. He said Swinton flew him from Los Angeles to Georgia under false pretenses, otherwise known as fraud. Tyler Perry. This is a quote. Tyler Perry, you built your empire on the image of a God-fearing man, yet when darkness crept in through your own executive, you chose silence. You retained a predator in your house and helped cover it up, protecting your brand over a broken human life. That is not faith. That is fraud. Yahweh Elohim sees all. He is not mocked. This Braxton Wells started preaching. Tyler Perry, vice president, allegedly violated Braxton Wells so bad he started preaching. He said, you hid behind Hollywood's politics, lawyers, and NDAs. You thought your money could bury the truth, but no contract signed under duress, no manipulation by a corrupt attorney, and no celebrity circle will stop Yahweh's judgment. Boy, this Braxton got away with words, don't he? I wouldn't want Braxton suing me. This boy gonna represent his own self. He don't even need a lawyer. Braxton said, he who hide behind politics and lawyers and NDAs, you thought your money could bury the truth, but no contract signed under duress, no manipulation by corrupt attorney, and no celebrity circle will stop Yahweh's judgment. He sounds serious. Tyler Perry better leave Braxton alone. Braxton screaming it from the mountaintop. I don't know if it's true or not, but his delivery got me hooked. I'm believing him based off of how he telling this story. So his name to hear these words spoken in person, like from his mouth to your ears, his name is Braxton Official _ on Instagram. So there's Braxton, just like how it sounds. Braxton Official _ You can go check these videos out of him saying all this preaching he doing. He telling he about to tear Tyler Perry ass up. No Diddy. But this is just a representation of the craziness that's going on in this industry. Diddy's case opened up, even though the jury, let's say the jury verdict was not a great verdict to most people. But one positive thing that came out of the Diddy case for the movement of getting rid of all this weirdness, one positive thing that came out of it is that now people are not as afraid to come out with their truth. Now, I can't sit up here and say everybody telling the truth. I don't know. I wouldn't. That would be irresponsible. I don't know. All these stories have to be looked into, and people have to be presumed innocent until we find some shit we don't like. But prior to Diddy's case, you didn't see this many people come out on man while they were in their prime of their career. So I would use Bill Cosby as an example. You didn't hear any stories really coming out about Bill Cosby when he was in his prime. It was when he fell off, and then the media don't give a shit, and they like, you know what? We about to bury Bill. So I'm saying that to say, now we are in an era where you could be on top of the world. You can have the ability to blackball people. You can be at the height of your career. And if you get caught up doing some nasty whatever, people are now empowered to come out and put your ass on blast. And that is a result of the Diddy case, like, to me. I feel like for so long, Diddy was so untouchable. He was such a figure that people were scared to come out and tell their story. But even though he partially was found not guilty, still guilty of prostitution. But one thing we can say for sure is people aren't scared to come out anymore. People are not scared to come out anymore. Like, as you can see now, even after the trial, you still hearing these nasty lawsuits come out against Diddy, and there are going to be more and more to come. You got a $260 million lawsuit against Tyler Perry, while Tyler Perry is still on top of the world. That didn't happen 10 years ago. That didn't even happen 5 years ago. The only time you would hear about this stuff is when maybe that celebrity was kind of fell off and kind of was not as popular anymore, and then you would see people come out. Anthony said Tyler Perry's lawyers pulled up to court so fast, you'd think Madea herself was driving the getaway car. They had to address this shit, didn't they? But this is just the chain reaction, or even if you want to call it the butterfly effect of this Diddy case. So that's why I told people, a lot of people were upset about the verdict. People were wanting more serious charges and all of that. But you got to find the silver lining and the positivity out of anything. And just a positive thing came out of it is like, people like, if we can sue Diddy, we can sue anybody. And look, Nicole said, I love Madea movies, but I stopped watching them since all this has come out with Tyler Perry. Yeah, it's sad, but it does affect you. Like, it does affect. It's like when you hear all these nasty stories, it's like you don't even want to watch their shit no more. You don't even want to like patronize their movies. And it's sad because, I mean, I'm going to say like it could not be true, but the thing is, some of the stuff could not be true, right? But it's some of the stuff that we find out that is true that still is enough to say, look, I don't want to support your shit. Like, just those text messages, like when Tyler Perry sent those little freaky text messages to the dude who said he was uncomfortable. It's like, Tyler Perry, why is you even doing that? Like, why are you sending uncomfortable messages to people like male or female? I just don't buy into that. Like, I don't send females. I've never been the type to send females awkward ass messages, awkward, freaky, sexual. If they're not into that, or you don't know for sure, or y'all relationship ain't on that level, keep your fucking freaky ass messages to yourself. I never liked that myself. I didn't like when females don't just send me something because you just assume and you can just say anything to me because I'm a guy and you a female and you can send me some nasty shit. If I'm not feeling you like that, I don't want to read that shit. So I ain't never been the one to send people awkward ass, flirty stuff that they're not ready for or they don't want. So in my eyes, I just didn't even like, whether the whole story is true, I just didn't like seeing those text messages of Tyler Perry forcing himself on that guy. Now, that's his business. He can do it. But guess what? I can also not fucking like it. I hate when people tell me, well, whatever he do is his business. Yeah. And whatever I don't fucking like is my business. You can't tell me what to like and not like. And it also can be his business to be forcing himself on these guys and sending these awkward ass, flirty, nasty messages that people don't want. Yeah, that's his business. But it's also my business to to say I don't like that shit. Two things can be true at the same time. A lot of people in this world don't understand that. They're so fucking one-sided. They think just one thing can be true. No. It could be true that it's his business, and it also could be true that I don't like that shit. So what I'm saying by even saying all that, I'm saying, like, even when these celebrities, if you find out, perfect example, like Diddy, perfect example. Okay, the court deemed him not guilty on the RICO charges, not guilty on the sex trafficking. That don't change all the shit that came out of that trial. See, my morals and my ethics and my standards are a little bit higher than criminal. Just because it ain't criminal, don't mean I'm not gonna not like the shit and not fuck with you behind it. See, the courts don't determine my morals. My morals, it could still be legal, and I could still not like what the hell you doing. So what I'm saying is, just because they're not found guilty on this wild criminal shit, that don't mean that the rest of the stuff that we're hearing about in these stories are not enough for me to say, I don't like it. And that's where we're at with Tyler Perry. Now, true, I wasn't a big fan of Tyler Perry movies. When he first came out with the Madea stuff, I kind of could watch it, but they are a little bit too cheesy for me. And I'm too much of a thinker when I watch movies. And Tyler Perry's movies, I don't know about the new ones because I heard the new ones are a little bit better. So let me give you some context. But the movies I saw or that I couldn't stomach watching were like, they're too predictable. I need some complexity because I'll be guessing everything that happened in the movie the whole time. And so I never really liked Tyler Perry's. Like, I would watch, like I said, the early Madea stuff, maybe like Madea Part 1 and 2, but when Madea started doing too much for me, and once Madea started doing too much, I tuned out. And then it was like, okay, the woman, she's her husband that has a lot of money is neglecting her. Now here come the guy who working on the garden who don't have no money and he just got a dream. Okay, in a minute, the gardener and the girl or the pool guy, it might be the pool guy. In a minute, the pool guy and the wife gonna start having sexual relations, and the guy gonna find out. Like, it was always the same fucking thing, and you could see it coming. Like, it was so telegraphed, and that's why I don't like Tyler Perry movies. I don't have nothing personal against Tyler Perry besides it seemed like some nasty shit is happening. We'll see. I'm not gonna say I don't know if he's done nothing egregious, but I know these claims have been egregious, and I'm gonna pay attention to what's going on with Tyler Perry because I'm starting to see his name floating around a lot. And normally, when your name starts floating around a lot, usually it's some crazy shit on the horizon. So I'll be paying attention, but I just was never a big fan anyway. Like C Tuck say, as soon as it come on, I got like 20 minutes and I'm out. Yep, that's how I am. But now let me say, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people told me some new Tyler Perry movie that just came out. They said that's pretty good. I didn't watch it because once you lose me, it's hard to get me back. And so I still can't get over all of the time of watching a Tyler Perry movie that I can't get that time back. I don't want to give him no more of my time. So I'm not in no rush to see no Tyler Perry movie at all. But anyway, y'all, now that we got all the freakiness out the way, we got to talk about these fucking floods. Now, first of all, I'm gonna give an update on the floods, and I don't know if this number is, accurate because it's been so many deaths, but 104 are dead so far. Now, let me know if there's been more dead than this. I mean, more tragedies. But the most updated I have, USA Today says 104 are dead They have been hit hard with the floods in Texas. Now, let me know in the chat if it's okay. 104, so I'm good. I mean, I'm good with the info. All right. So I'm gonna get into what happened first. Then I'm gonna get into this conspiracy shit that's going on with the cloud seed. But let's just go over the facts of the matter first, and then I'll get to Mr. Conspiracy Guy. Um, Rescue teams in Central Texas scoured storm-ravaged terrain Monday looking for survivors as the death toll from last week's catastrophic flooding rose to at least 104 people. And bouts of heavy rain battered hard-hit areas. This is so fucking sad. And to think it could be our own government playing with the freaking weather. But we'll see. The Kirk County Sheriff's Office confirmed Monday that the county's fatality count is now 84, including 56 adults and 28 children. Identification is pending for 22 adults and 10 children. We got 32 people who we don't even know who they are. The area hardest hit by the floods was Kerr County. Prayers. Let's get some prayers in the chat for all the victims in Texas right now. Let's get some praying hands. Try to send some good positive energy their way, please. Let's get some praying hands in the chat as I read through this article. Like I said, the hardest hit by the floods was Kerr County, where the Guadalupe River was rapidly overwhelmed by heavy rain on July 4th. The river rose to more than 20 feet in a matter of hours at several locations as it rushed downstream toward Kerrville, a city of 24,000. Spoiler alert, these companies and the government is playing with making it rain where it's supposedly a drought. So they done figured out ways to cause rain. And it looks like they've been caught red-handed causing this fucking rain, and it done got out of hand. I'm just giving y'all a spoiler alert before I get to that part. We're gonna cover this article, but we're gonna get to the good stuff after we get through these facts. Among the dead were at least 27 children and counselors from Camp Mystic, a beloved all-girls summer camp in Kirk County where the worst of the flooding broke out. At least 10 girls and one counselor remain missing. Kirk County Sheriff Larry Letha said at a news conference Monday, Texas is grieving right now the pain, the shock of what has transpired these last few days has broken the heart of our state. Senator Ted Cruz said he was heartbroken by the loss of children at Camp Mystic, describing it as every parent's nightmare. There were about 700 children at the camp when relentless rain caused the nearby Guadalupe River, I don't know which way you say that, the Guadalupe River to surge over 26 feet in less than an hour on Friday. Photos taken at the scene show a building where some of the children slept with broken windows and blown out walls. Among the mud-covered debris were pink blankets and stuffed animals. So you take your child to camp. And going to camp is an exciting thing. You take your child to camp. You all excited. You done paid the fees. They're excited. You're excited. And a fucking flood takes your son or daughter away from you. And to think that this flood could have been potentially caused by our own government, our own greedy ass businesses, to think that they caused this shit. To think that they caused this shit is the saddest part of this. I hope that they didn't cause this shit, but y'all tell me what y'all think when I go over this shit. We have children going to camp today. I have children I care about that are going to camp. You don't want to ever think that anything tragic like this is going to happen at fucking camp. And then they blankets and stuffed animals. So I'm just imagining like the kids were holding their stuffed animals and then they get wiped out by the flood. Like, we have to quit playing like we are God. We got to quit trying to control every fucking thing. Now we want to make it rain with cloud seeds and shit. Then it get out of hand, and then it shows us we ain't in control. Just let nature be fucking nature. We got to control everything. We got to figure out how to do this. It rain on its own. If it don't rain, the nature will correct itself. But soon as we start meddling in shit, wait till I get into this cloud seeding, y'all, after this article. As rescuers resume searches for missing people by air, land, and water, officials warn those in Central Texas that there remains a danger of life-threatening flood. We're not out of the woods yet with this shit. Multiple flash flood warnings were active across the hill country as storms drenched the region, roads, and waterways. We have cities that don't even have good fucking drinking water, and these assholes trying to figure out how to make it fucking rain. Developments. Potent, slow-moving storms over Central Texas have begun to trigger flooding in areas already hit. Forecasters have issued flash flood warnings and said that several more inches were expected to fall through the rest of the day. Weather is out of control. Authorities have Now, let's give a little positive message. Authorities have rescued over 850 people since this flood broke out. So thankful for the 850 people they arrested. President Donald Trump told reporters on Sunday that he plans to visit Texas later this week. And I think he was playing golf. I think people were mad at Trump because he was playing golf. Officials urged the public not to use private drones amid search efforts. Yeah, y'all, please put your drones up. Because early Monday morning, Kerr officials reported that a private drone was illegally operating in restricted airspace, fucking shit up. Please stop with the drones. Even though I kind of like that people have their own drones trying to see what the hell going on, but we don't need to give them no excuses to not do their job and get to rescuing people. So let's talk about this cloud seeding. Prayers to Texas. But I was looking it up, and they said not only are they not just seeding the sky, causing shit, but this is what's going on. Now, it's supposed to be a coincidence. The Caryville City Council just approved a $175 million power plant project right where the flooding is happening in Texas. The Texas cloud seeding weather modification programs are in the same area. The flooding was so bad, the Guadalupe River that flooded during the storm rose 42 feet in just a matter of 1 to 3 hours. That is an unimaginable water flow that is abnormal. They say this screams cloud seeding. And it goes on to say, wouldn't it be crazy if the map of rain enhancement projects in Texas seems pretty heavy loaded on the area which had got the flooding going on. So they have something to gain, and the flooding is taking place in the same area where they investing this money for this cloud seeding shit. Then they go on to say they're not just seeding the sky. Cloud seeding, they're going up there, the cloud seeding causing the rain, but they're not just seeding the sky. They are trying to launch weather control ground. They have 42 cloud seeding projects and 200 more coming soon. That was 2 years ago. Now there are 50 plus active operations across 9 states. And it's not just cloud seeding from planes. They have a ground level cloud seeding thing that they're working on. The flame coming out, they have a flame that comes out and sends tiny little silver iodide particles up to the sky. They're also launching chemicals into the atmosphere from land and air, which they are getting $30 million plus in funding, with nobody overseeing this shit, and nobody, they don't even have to get consent from anybody. Bottom line is, there is a movement going that they are putting together, the big corporations and the government working hand in hand to not let the weather be the weather. They want to start manufacturing the weather. And I don't like it. Y'all know me. I'm a natural dude. I like natural shit. I like to be natural. I like to stay natural. I like things around me natural. A big word that I've always used is organic. Before people start even using the word organic, I was always telling people I like things to be organic. I don't trust us doing too much shit. And this is a perfect example for it. They said there was a cloud seeding project. They said there was some cloud seeding going on the same day or within 24 hours in the area where this flooding took place. So what they're saying is they were trying to make it rain, playing around, and they did the cloud seeding shit. And next thing we know, we got people dead and we got a fucking out of control flood going on. Me being a person who believes let nature be nature, my whole brand, I am very natural. Y'all know how I am. I don't do a lot. I like to keep things organic and natural. So you know I don't like this shit. So I will be looking into this shit. I just had to give few little talking points so y'all kind of know what the hell kind of going on. I'm going to do some research, and I'm dropping a video about this cloud seeding and flood shit on my social media today. That's what I'm going to be talking about. Because I don't like what I'm hearing, and it really seems like exactly. I covered Maui, Tracy. Um, like the Maui fires, I went viral so many times talking about burning, how they could potentially be burning stuff down because they want these smart cities. So they're trying to get rid of all this old school shit. And so they, you know, I don't know if they like these tragedies or they cause these tragedies or they just let them get out of control. But it's always a plan for a smart city already in place when shit gets destroyed. And they're trying to turn everything into they're trying to have these smart cities pop up everywhere. And I'm going to get into all that. So y'all make sure. Okay, thanks. So Nicole says, go watch Alaskan Skywatcher. Let me put that in my notes right now. Alaskan Skywatcher. I would definitely check it out. As a matter of fact, what is it on? What is Alaskan Skywatcher on? Because I might watch it on the plane. Yeah, you weren't around then, Tracy. This was a while ago. This was like a year and a half This was like a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. Or whenever those Maui fires were. I don't know, was that a year and a half ago? But yeah, I covered that in depth, and I had a lot of videos go viral off of covering that. Oh, it was on Facebook Reels. Okay, so I'll check it out on Facebook Reels. Anyway, y'all, much love to everybody. Let's get the I'm outs in the chat. I'm about to get ready for the plane. I got to fly up out of here. I'm headed back to Cleveland to go see my people, my loved ones. I miss them. I miss my people in Cleveland. And the people I miss in Cleveland, they know who they are, because it ain't that many people I miss in Cleveland. But the ones who I miss, they gonna know, because I'm gonna see their ass as soon as I get back. Thank you. Let's get the mouse in the chat. Tomorrow's everything will be on schedule, because I'll be back in Cleveland today, so we will be on schedule again tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. The Flow Show No Filter podcast. We're gonna be talking about all kind of shit. Tomorrow, what is Wednesday? Hump Day, 7:30. If you don't catch that, you can catch it on Facebook all day long. And you can also catch it on Apple and Spotify or wherever you watch your podcast. Much love to the Breakfast Crew. Much love to everything. Angie say NYC, I'm out. Anitra says I'm out. Nicole says safe travels. Flo, much love as usual. I'm out. Yes. Angie says have a great day, everybody. Land safe. Sure. Anitra says be safe, cuz. I got you, cuz. I sure will. I enjoyed everybody. Kisses to everybody. Much love. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Oh, matter of fact, if you want to subscribe, I always forget to do this, because people let me put the subscription link. Let me put the subscription link just in case somebody want to support the podcast and help keep the lights on in this beach. Copy. Let me put that in the chat for those that want to support the podcast. There is the link. It is in the chat. Buzzsprout.com. Support the podcast. Go subscribe. Everything is appreciated. Much love. I love y'all. But I am out.